Hey, welcome back to the channel. So this will be the fifth and the last. I know, or God damn it. Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be our sixth and our last video on the Charger taxi build. I know at the beginning of the last episode I said it was the last one, and I thought it was going to be, but it just ended up being so much stuff I just decided to split it up. We got plenty of work to do on this side, so we're just gonna finish it up here. So we got all the clear coat done. You can see how good that looks. So that just leaves us with the trimmer on the windows and the detail work under the hood here, and that's easy enough because all that's just going to be left white. And I personally really like these Testors colors for this sort of work. So let's start here. So I got these from Flexifile. This is their 4-pack fine brush. I got these at the Nationals in Omaha, so I've had them a couple of years. I can't say enough about them. I can't say enough good about them. I think they are amazing. I love them. I really, really recommend them to anybody. Let me get my glasses on. Okay, I just want to start this by kind of going around the outside edge of it, making sure everything's nice and clean and looks good. I could come back with a much wider brush later on and fill in the center. So that's how I like to do it. Yeah, little glob extra dried off paint there. Get that pulled out. So anyway, I mean, not much to this, just get that covered up, and then we're gonna do the same thing up front here. So you can see that. I'll come back and do it later. I'm not going to bore you with all of it. And then same thing with the back windows. That's weird. I went through these last night and scraped them all off. It looked like they were fine. Now they seem like they're... Now they seem like there's a lot of crap stuck on them. Weird. Alright. Anyway. I got it. Just come in and make sure that's all cleaned off. Looks like I probably need to buy more of this paint. It looks like I'm kind of getting a lot of goobers in it. So anyway, but yeah, so that's where we're at with that. Nothing to it. Make sure you get it everywhere you want it. So there's that. I'm not going to bore you with that either. I mean, you can see what I did. I just really carefully brushed it on. It looks really good. So I'll finish that up off camera here, and then I'll come back, and then we'll start actually gluing some stuff together here. Okay, so I got all the brush painting done. As you can see, it turned out really nice. Everything looks good. Looks good. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue on the little shark fin radio antenna here. Actually, we're not going to do that first. I'm going to put the center console in here. Okay. Grab my little glue sticky here. So, once again, AMT, man, they got this thing beautiful. Look at this. Let me make sure I get this thing in here right, because yeah, it looks like it goes down the front of the windshield a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Good thing I didn't do that, because that's not how that goes together. All right. Let me do something else here real quick, and then we'll get that glued in. Here, let me stop for a second. Okay. Just wanted to put the gloves on if I'm going to be working with the windows, so. Okay. All right, let me grab this real quick. Yeah, there it is. Ah, crap. Man, I am terrible with these gloves on. Holy cow. I don't think I needed to do that, but I wanted to get that covered. Ah, look how good that looks. Okay, now let me test fit this on here to make sure I get how it goes on. Okay. Okay. So that's going to be our weld bond. Okay, let's use this, I guess. Okay. I probably shouldn't have done that with that. Okay. 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 Okay, so I think I'm going to clamp that on. Let's see if I can clamp that on. Okay, yeah, that works great. All right, I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll come back and we'll do some other stuff to this. Okay, while I'm waiting for this to dry, I think I can work on it a little bit. Let me grab this. Okay. Excuse me. So, just gonna put some of the super glue around here and where that little pin there goes. And I don't think I need much more. And then that just lines up there, and then that presses in just like that. And boy, I'm telling you, with that clamped on there, bet that windshield doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so there's that. And then, let me see. Yeah, it flips over fine. Okay. So, okay, that thing, I'm not gonna be able to hold that thing. So we'll just Okay, there we go, look at that. Huh, that was weird. Oh well. Okay. Ah, geez, I am so sorry. I hate making that noise on camera. So anyway, let me talk a little bit here then. So yeah, I know the last video, the very end of it, the sound was down. I don't know what happened. If you turn the video up really loud, you'll be able to hear it. I'm sorry that happened. Let's see. Okay, I got to figure out what windows I'm putting in this thing. I do think I'm going to have the driver's window rolled down. So one of the things I forgot last time, and again I apologize, this is the decal paper I used. Mine's laser. They sell it in inkjet also. It's from Sonny's Copa. And they say on the back that there's a website, sonnyscopa.com. So that's it. That's the stuff I used for my white decal paper for the logos. And I just ran those through, what is it? Just MS Paint. I don't do anything fancy and just wrote all the writing on them. So yeah, you can see how that turned out. I'm really happy with how this thing's turning out. I am really, really happy with how this thing's turning out. It's turning out ridiculously well. So, let me move that. So I guess this is bringing us to our next set of windows, which I actually need to prep. So if you give me a minute, I'll get those prepped and we'll get back on this. Okay, so I got the windshield in, it's glued in. Man, it looks really good. So a friend of mine was saying, well, a guy that's in the UMAG group was saying that surround that they've already painted those is only available on the police car version. If you buy just the RT, it doesn't have that. It has the outline, but it doesn't have the actual black done on it already. So I don't know. That seems kind of weird, but anyway. So, so I got the side windows in, the back windows in, I should say. I had to do that little flat black piece right there, and then I put a tint on them, which I'm going to show you here in a second. But first I wanted to get the mirrors done because I don't want super glue anywhere near those clear plastic parts. Ah, come on. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. 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 Not the minor disaster I thought it was. Okay. I need to keep this over here. All right, there we go. Okay, so that was piece. Ooh, I don't know where the mirrors are at in this assembly guide. Wow, they're right there. Well, that's not helpful. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. They certainly look sighted to me, so. But I don't know. But what do I know? Okay. Ah. Okay, cool. So there's that one, and then that is the driver's side one. So, so let me get this. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. All right. Oh, I'm really excited about this now. I swear, the more I do to this thing, the better it looks. I kind of get the idea that maybe that's supposed to be there. I don't know. So yeah, I'm getting super close on this thing. Next thing I have to do after I get done with it is build that taxi topper for it. I have an idea for one. I'm just not 100% sure of exactly how I want to do it, because I don't know. So I don't know. Well, I mean, excuse me. I am so sorry. I just, for some reason, every time I talk, it seems like I got something stuck in my throat. Anyway, I know what I want to do. I'm just not 100% sure how big I want it to be, or how, you know. So that's all I mean. I know what I'm going to do. It's just me figuring out all the little final details of it. Okay. All right. I am just loving this car. It's so cool. Okay, now the mirrors do have a little pen on them. I cut them off when I was cleaning mine up, because I wasn't paying 100% attention to what I was doing, like an idiot. But it's fine. They just slide right in there. They're fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. Okay, so I actually need to start marking some of this off. 33, okay. Okay. Okay, so let me show you this little trick here. I bought this at Walmart, God, years ago. It's just Blackmagic window tint. I got the Select, the cheapest stuff they sold. Got the 20% light transfer. So it's in between the 5, which is super dark, and the 35, which is a little bit lighter. It's 24 by 78 inches. So it's a big roll. You get a ton of this stuff. So if you want to buy some to do this, if you're over the age of 20, I think you probably ought to talk to some of your friends and see if you can get rid of some of it to them, maybe even get them to pay you a little bit for it. Because believe me, that roll, you're never going to use all of that. I mean, unless you build hot rods that have tinted windows in all of them. Which is, it would actually be kind of cool. That's kind of your thing. You just built them and tinted everything real dark. Okay. Okay, so first things first, you have to make sure this thing is perfectly clean. Well, actually, that's okay. Let me stop. That's kind of a lie. I already have this cut out, so I know it's going to fit on there. So the first thing you have to do is make sure this thing is perfectly clean. After you cut it out to size. Now this is just a little bit of water. I don't know how much water that would be. I don't know what size this thing is, but I just put 2 drops of dishwashing detergent in it, or I did 2 drops of hand soap in it. I was gonna do dishwashing soap, but the thing we have just sprays it out, and I didn't want to have it overloaded. So anyway, so make sure that is perfectly clean. And then what I'm doing, and then what I like to do, is set this down. Then you got to find where this peels off. And one thing I'm going to tell you right now is you're not going to rush this. This takes a little bit of time, and you just need to put the time into it, because otherwise you'll mess this up really bad. You know, you don't want to crack. You don't want to go, I mean, you can't really go super light on this stuff. You got to press it down with a little bit of force, but don't use more than necessary, because honestly you will mess this thing up. Oh, come on. Yeah, I should have started this off camera. I'm sorry. Okay. So now what you're going to want to do is just drip that, just drop that in there first. You don't even need to drop it in there. You just need to get it in there and let that water, let that soapy water just kind of make a film over the over the window. And then peel the backing off of here. Okay. And then you're gonna just set it right on here. And then just like real life, working from the inside out, you're gonna start to get this thing you're going to start to force it out. Like I said, this is going to take some time. So anyway, you get the gist. You just got to keep pushing it until all the wrinkles are out of it. And that's it. That's all there is to it. I'm going to finish this up, and then once I get all the wrinkles rubbed out, I'll show you. We'll come back in and I'll show you how we'll come in and I'll show you how it goes. Okay, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so that took a little while, but I think I got it. There's a little stubborn bubble right there that just ain't coming out, which is fine because it's in the black and it's fine. It's really not going to be super noticeable, I guess. I mean, it might be. I don't know. It's fine. I've seen much worse on real cars, so that's always my... It's always the way I judge models. It's like if I've seen worse on real cars, yeah, you get a pass for me. So this stuff I'm using for the windows is called Weld Bond. I've talked about it before on some of my other videos. I love this stuff. Okay. Give that one last going over. Yeah, it just ain't having it. Okay. It's fine, like I said. I'm sure there's a trick to making that conform. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments section below. Okay. Tinted window. Pretty cool, huh? And then all those little bits that are sticking out, just let it dry for a little while. You can come back and you can pick those out with the tweezers. So we're done with that. So I was saying that I wanted to leave the window down. My wife Maureen said that she thinks I should have the windows rolled up because it's Vegas and they're hot all the time. And I like that idea, but I really like my models to have a window rolled down if I can get away with that. So I'm just going to do that. I do like the idea that, you know, you're in a taxi, it's Vegas, you're running the AC in that friggin' thing, and you're not making your poor passengers melt in the back seat. But I saw a lot of the guys when they'd sit at the casinos, they'd sit there and they'd have the window rolled down, and usually they were smoking, to be honest, and they'd have the cigarette sticking out the window, but they'd always be just like hanging out, and they'd always have their arm just hanging out the window and be talking to people and stuff. So since we're not building a car that's on the road, I feel okay with leaving the window rolled down. Okay, let me flip that over. Okay. And then just like before, I like to use these. These are anti-static tweezers. They're a plastic. Oh, I'm getting tired. I just messed that up bad. I'm pretty sure some of you caught that. Like, hey buddy, you're doing the wrong side. I am, and now I'm getting it on the windshield. So one of the nice things about this glue is, though, it's not going to ruin the plastic, and it cleans up with just a little bit of water. Okay. Now let me restart and do this on the right side. Literally the right side. Let me pop a little more of this in here. This stuff dries fast, which is nice, but it dries really fast, which can be its own challenge when you're trying to get it on the model. Okay. Again, static, non-static tweezers. Pick them up, make sure that thing's clean. Right there. Ha! There we go. Tell you what though, she's right. It does look really good with the window in. The back's tinted and the front's not. That does look really good. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to keep the driver's window rolled down. So that is step 25. Okay, now we got to do the front bumper, the back bumper. Actually, we can just glue the body on. Let me think for a second. I don't have to do anything else to the interior. I'm going to glue the body on. Holy cow. Oh, look at that. I love it. Huh? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to call that step 28. No, because 26 and 27 are those, so that's that. Okay, perfect. Oh, I am so loving this. I really can't tell you. I really can't. Honestly, I'm so happy with this. So they did the tail lights very uniquely. I'm not going to lie and claim I love it. I'm not going to lie and say it's terrible either. It's just different than I think how I would have done it, that's all. Okay, that's good. Just gotta get that up under there, get it slid into place. It's probably more correct to have that thing misaligned anyway. I mean, I bet these cars get pretty pounded on, to be honest with you. You really wouldn't expect it to be absolutely perfect. But I do. Okay. 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 There's that. I'm actually going to stop for a second right now because some of this other stuff needs to go on, like the rocker panels and some other stuff, and I am nowhere near ready for that. So I'm going to stop and let this dry for a little while, and then I'll come back and we'll pick up we'll pick up those parts. And man, we are almost done with this thing. Okay, so I let this sit overnight and it is on and it looks great. So yep, so good. I don't really want to do I guess I really need to do the tail light panel next. So I already glued the chrome piece onto the red lens. I'm debating if I should put that on now or shoot that thing on later after I put the decal on it. But I bet it won't be a problem to put the decal on it while it's on the car. So let me just get it finished up. I don't need to be making things harder than they need to be. That's all gooey. Get a new one. Okay, so here it is. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. So that the part of that drip dropped down. No big deal, I can fix it. Okay. There, oh, there we go. Okay, geez. Okay, I am not messing with that right now. Because that's something I can fix later. That's not what I want to be working on right now. So I'm just gonna do my best to ignore that. No, seriously, I'll come back later and fix it. I'll show you how to do that. That'll be a good little learning spot there. So there's that, there's that, there's that. Okay. Oh, yes, I need to turn the light on. Geez, I'm just not into it this morning. Tail light and Nevada plate. So I'm sure some of you at home are like, just leave the scuff in it. It'll look like it's a used car. And I got to tell you, I've done that before, and people do not get it. I have a police car that I built, and it's supposed to be an ex-police car. So I painted the hood and the fender a different color black than the other fender and the rest of the car. And then I did the door a different color white. So the door in the back's like kind of yellowed and faded, and then the one in front's new. And then I took the stripe on it and I painted it, and then I painted it kind of dull. So the front was glossy, but the back was dull. And so it looked like they'd pulled the graphics off and it was still shiny under them. And boy, I gotta tell you, people just look at that car and they're just like, oh, what's wrong with it? Like, if you don't do this huge amount of weathering on stuff, nobody seems to get it. So anyway. Okay. Okay, so yeah, those use the little block out plates instead of the driving lights. I love how everything in this just fits. I don't know how to explain it. It's like place for everything in its place. Crap. That's really how they built these. It's so nice. Here, hold on. Let me get this picked up. Okay. Come on. So I'm telling you, this is the fun part of trying to make YouTube videos. I got all this stuff out last night and went over it. Make sure to go together without an incident. And man, that stuff was just popping right in. Throw the camera on it and it turns into a fight. Okay, I'm not 100% sure how all this goes together. No, it doesn't say that the grill has to go in last or anything. Oh, I can tell you that's got to happen. Okay. All right. We got to stop on the grill there because it looks like there's kind of a order of operations here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're gonna set that aside for a minute because I gotta paint the headlights. And then, hell here, we'll just move on to the other chassis stuff we gotta do. So the tires and wheels are easy enough. There's the tire, and they got those terrible unmarked generic tires. Which, I don't know, I think I speak for the entire modeling community when I say bring back the sidewall markings. I don't 100% understand why those went away to begin with. I know it's money in marketing, but seems to me like you're doing a lot of money in marketing to make these in general. That little bit extra that a set of tires and wheels or set of markings on the tires would set you back. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not here to stir that pot up. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, let me stop for a second and get these headlights painted, and we'll get moving on to the rest of this here. Okay, I got the headlights, I got one glued in. Looks good, huh? I got the other one painted and need to glue in. So the reason I'm doing this is it looks like there's a specific order these need to go in. Not that they exactly explain that on the instructions, which is weird. So it looks to me like you got to do the chrome bases like I just did. And then you got to do the lenses over those, and then you can put the grill on and it kind of locks everything in place, which is genius if you didn't just get in a huge hurry and glue everything together beforehand. Okay. I'm super glad I stopped and messed around with these a little bit beforehand, because I would have took all those grill bits and glued them all in, and then came and worked on the lenses. That would have been exactly how I would have done it, and that would have been wrong. Okay. I think I did that wrong. Number 8 goes there. Clear 8. No, it's showing it on that side. Yeah, okay. See, you get in a hurry, then you got to come back and backtrack, and then I got everything out, and this is starting to worry me. But it's okay, you just work through it, you'll get it figured out. Okay. Ah, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Love it. Love it. Okay, so just do this to the other side. Okay. Okay, so there's that. I do with my... Okay, wait a second. See, almost made the same mistake twice. Actually, while I'm here. So the holes that they drilled are perfectly sized if you don't paint these. If you do paint them, that 2K builds up, especially if you're using 2K. That builds up in there really bad, and it makes it real hard to get punched through. So you gotta come through and just clean the holes back out. But I mean, that's a known, it's a known quantity when you're building, so it's not a big deal. Ah, come on. Okay. There we go. Thing just popped right in there perfectly. Okay. See, and then the let me see if I can get something that's not going to put glue all over. So it's got a little piece that sits right there. You can see where it clips under there, and then that's under the grill. So when we do this, okay. So there you go. So here's your tip. If you're building one of these, do the headlights first. You have to do the headlights first. Do not put that grill in, or you are just going to screw that thing up badly. So there you go. That's today's lesson. Okay, and then all joking aside, I need to... Those two, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, and I like to do these this way because that gives me enough room to press them in. It opens them up in a taper. Okay. I'll say one thing I love about this kit. Everything feels so solid. You start getting it put together, and just everything goes together real nice, and everything just feels so solid. Okay, let me put a bit of glue here. Ah, come on. See, that's what I get for bragging stuff up. Okay. God damn it. Ah. Okay. Okay, let me grab this stuff. Okay, I don't know why that decided it needed to turn into a fight, but I don't know. I just know that every model's got a fight in it. There's always something somewhere, and you always run into it, and it's usually at the least opportune time. But I know you know, we're getting really close to being done with this thing. So we are doing it. Yeah. Okay, let me let that sit and dry for a little bit, and then I'll come back and we'll get the rest of this cleaned up. Okay, so we got that clamped up and it glued up and it looks nice. There's a little bit of a gap right there, which is just fine. It looks fine. The hood matches up fine, so it's all good. Okay, so that brings us to step 31, and step 31 is going to be the windshield wipers. So, okay, so this one I think will go in first. Okay. All right, look at that. Okay, beautiful. I am super happy with how this is going. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do the rocker panels. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So this definitely goes on this side. Okay. Get the feeling we're going to have to bust out the we're going to have to bust out the clamps again. No, I'm just joking. I think we're going to be fine. Okay, so that's weird. So those pins don't go all the way in. They're butt up against the frame. Okay. Drill it out a little bit. Okay, so I know I haven't told any stories about my sister for a little bit. One of the things I did want to say, a little Coke tie-in. So when my sister was little, preteen, I guess, she used to do this thing where she would take Coke bottles, and she would jam the lid up, the base of the lid up against her teeth, and then she'd pop the lid off. She'd pop the cap off with her teeth. So one day my mom took her to the dentist, and the dentist was like, "What is going on? You have the weirdest grooves in the back of your top teeth. I've never seen anything like this before." And he was really shocked. And then, you know, my mom, of course, the way she was, she got all worried that it was like a genetic disease or some stupid thing, and oh my God, and she was making this big deal about it. And then my sister was like, "No, it's cool. I just, you know, pop caps off with my teeth," and explained to him how she did it. And he was like, "Holy cow, that needs to stop like right now, because you will ruin your teeth." So I swear that's why growing up we didn't have Coke in bottles. We always had it in the cans. Okay, that looks really good. Man, I'm telling you, I don't know who engineered this kit, but God, seriously, if I run into you at one of the hobby shows, just come and tell me. I will buy you a drink or lunch or something. This thing is just too much fun to build. Yeah, later on my sister grew up, and then she started drinking Mountain Dew a lot. I think that was her go-to drink when she became an adult. Okay. Those are done. So now we're going to move on to, I believe it's going to be tires and wheels. Yep, step 34. Because we're already done with 33. Now on this, they want you to glue the rotor on, which are all keyed, so they only go in one way. But then they want you to glue that, they want you to clip that pin on and then glue it into the wheel. But I already know from messing around with this, those wheels fit inside of that pretty tightly as it is. So I'm not going to do I'm not going to do that. So what do we got? 100 left. Okay, there's that one. And then I'm assuming that since that's marked left, 99 is going to be... Actually, I don't think 99 matters. I think that's the same no matter what you do. Okay. Okay. And I didn't do this before I... Yeah, see? I knew it. Oh man, that looks good. Oh, this thing gets better and better, I swear. So I'm just knocking that little molding edge off of there, and then just take it, rub some super glue around it. And just pop it on. Oops. Actually, I should probably put some more on the bottom here. Huh? Yeah. That's the way to do it, baby. I love it. I love it. I am so happy with this. Okay. So, let me pull these out. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to make you watch me redo that again. You get it. Let me finish this up, and then I got one little thing I got to do, and then we should be pretty much done with this thing. Well, I'll come back and we'll finish off the decals, and then we'll be done with it. All right, we got the tires on. Look at that. That thing looks so cool. I am just loving it. So we got to come back and fix that, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But first, I want to do this. I've been kind of trying to figure out how to do this, and then I realized I have one of these little taxi signs already. So I just decided to use that one. I was going to build one of those big modern LED ones that have the signs on them, because I wanted to do a Uno advertisement. Because when we were kids, my sister and I used to play Uno, like, oh my God, constantly. Like, it was ridiculous how often we played that, to be honest. Yeah, we used to play it so much, I swear we could have been professionals at it. No joke. We were playing one night, and we were just throwing the cards down as fast as you could, just snap, 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 snap. As soon as mine had hit, she'd hit, and my mom was watching us like just wide-eyed, like she couldn't believe it. But anyway, yeah, we used to play it a lot. It was one of those things, you know, as kids. Like, there were winners and losers, but I don't know how many times she won. I don't know. I don't care. And I'm pretty sure she was the same with me. That wasn't the point of the game. We were just having fun. We used to play Connect 4 a lot, too. Okay. Let me, let's see. Let me do a couple of things here, and then we'll come back, and we should be pretty much done with this thing. Okay, so we are back. Wow, that's all I got to say. So, yeah, everything turned out beautiful. See how good the wheels look? I put the decals on the bumpers for the little reflectors they have. I realize now I probably should have done those before I did the clear coat, but it's fine. Yeah, so I went through all of the decals, and those were the only ones I could see I really needed. With it being a wrap, you don't need the Dodge logo or the the Charger name or the RT badge or anything on the deck lid, on the rear fascia, I mean. So I just figured that was fine. I didn't need them, so I'm just not going to do them, and it makes it that much easier. Not that I really am trying to, not that it's super hard, but that's what I was thinking. So anyway, up next we have to paint the black for the underhood here, which is just going to be black super primer. Okay. So let that sit and dry. Let me clean out the airbrush and we'll come back, we'll do the decals, and while that dries, and then I got to put the taxi topper on it, and then we are going to be done with this thing. Okay, let me get these decals done, and yeah. So on this taxi topper, I just did that white primer and then took the taxi out of the extra decals I had were on there. It said Las Vegas Taxi Cab. I just cut the taxi portion of that out and just decaled them on here, and then went over it with our mat, with our honey mat. So easy peasy. Well, just gotta clean up where the little nubs cracked off, and yeah, we'll have her done. So yeah, as I keep saying, I am just insanely impressed with how well this kit went together. I can't say enough good about it. It really exceeded my expectations. Just wow. Okay. So yeah, this is unbelievable to me. This turned out so good, so easy. I don't know. I just kind of makes you realize you're in the right hobby, you know? Okay, we'll keep working on that. All right, look how good that looks. I love it, man, I love it. Okay. So yes, kind of a good thing, bad thing. That red for that last marker light, man, sorry, not the marker light, the reflector there, and that is exactly the same color as the car. Which I guess would be a good thing. If that decal ever gets knocked off, you're never going to notice it. Okay. We are technically done with the car as far as the box components go. Of course, we still need to put the taxi topper on it, so we're not done yet. So this is easy enough, just a little trial and error. Okay, that looks good enough for me. Let me put this up. Okay. Sorry, I know my head's probably going to be in the way here for a second. Okay. There it is. Love it. Oh, I love it. I can't tell you how much I like this thing. So, yeah, obviously AMT did a great job on the kit. Everything basically went together absolutely without a hitch. The only problem I had was on that front shield, but just some clamps and a little bit of glue. That settled that real easy. The decals went on real easy. They look really good. Yeah, I can't say enough about this. I'm super happy. Oops. Ah, crap. That's what I get for being in a rush. Okay. Okay. Yep, good enough. I'll come in when that dries a little bit and pull that paint off of there. Okay, so that leaves us with this, which is just pulling the green liquid mask. I feel like I'm trying to do a magic act. Just keeps pulling. Okay. Alright, there's that. Oh no! Oh, I just got glue all over that. Oh well, I thought it was stripping the paint off for a second, so. Now I can handle a little bit of glue, but anyway, so you got the white around the edge, got the black for the heat shield. Okay. There we go. Okay. So if I was doing a review on this kit, I would give it a 10. I actually bought another one to do my UHP car out of, so you'll probably see that on the channel here pretty soon. Yeah, I just, like I said, everything just was perfect. The only complaint I had, I mean, not a complaint, the only problem I had was with that, but then, like I said, I just clamped it and glued it, and it's fine now. Look how good that underbody looks. And then got the Coke, Las Vegas Taxi Cab, the phone number with her birth date on it, and the $3 cab fee, the 6724 birth date when she passed, the year she passed away. So yeah, that's my Charger build for my sister. I hope she would have liked it. I know I had a hell of a lot of fun building it. So, let me do one thing because I forgot about this from earlier. Okay, let me grab my polish and I'll get this finished up real quick here. Okay, I am ready here. So this is what I did. I just took one of our sanding sticks and I just sanded that all down so it's smooth. You can see where it's scratched, or where it's not scratched. It's just hazy. So I did that with the 3200, and then I went back over it with some 6000. So this is just one of our double-ended cotton swabs, the pointy ones. So they're on a wooden stick, so they're actually pretty. So they run pretty true. I really like this Meguiar's compound. This is what I use. Ultimate Compound Color and Clarity Restorer. Just take that. Get some on there. Didn't do a lot. All right, you can see how I did that. Let's double check it. Oh yeah. Yep, that's taking it out. Okay. Okay, let me flip this over this way. Sorry, I'm trying to hold that up against me to brace it. Okay. Okay, well, that took it out. That's good. You can see where the shiny comes back. There you go. That's how you fix a little goof up like that. Okay, that is it. So yeah. So if I was doing a review on this, I would give it a 10. I had a lot of fun building this thing. Everything went together great. All the decals worked great. They give you all those extra decals for the stuff you do. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to building my second one. And so this is I mean, This was an important project for me. I'm just beyond happy with how it turned out. So that's it for this car. I'm going to call it done. I have a model show coming up next week. Thinking about taking it and displaying it. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. And remember to use code YouTube10 and get 10% off anything we sell here at Scale Finishes. You've seen all the paint we've used. We sell the alligator clips. We sell, the glue. We sell a lot of different stuff. Check out our $2 and our $4 section. That's where all our tools and stuff are at. But again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video.